Hey everybody, today I'm challenging you to create a self-portrait. A self-portrait is where an artist sits down and draws or paints themselves in a certain light. So I've got a couple examples here. We have a painting by Norman Rockwell. He was an American painter who created this. It's often called the triple portrait because you see he's there, he's looking in the mirror, and he's drawing his face, but he's the one that drew all of that. So it's a pretty interesting take on a self-portrait. Another one is from Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was a Mexican painter who focused on folk art. This is her self-portrait. She included a lot of things that were important to her and had a very real idea of how she felt and what was going on around her. Another one is Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was a Dutch painter, and he's created several famous paintings, and a lot of them were self-portraits, and he had a lot of interesting ways to show what was going on. I like how he does his backgrounds in different textures, and his face is all different textures and colors. I like all those combined colors. Next is Faith Ringgold. She's an African-American artist who was born in Harlem, New York. She focuses on African art and story quilts, and this is her self-portrait. It was a really early self-portrait, and I really like how it's not quite cartoony, but not quite real either. It's got kind of a blurred line of exactly what is real and what's drawn. The last one is Yoon Gi. He was a Chinese-American artist. I really like this one because it's all these different shapes combined together to make his face. So some pretty cool things just to give you guys a couple ideas. Now, how are you going to create a self-portrait? Well, there are lots of different ways you could do this. You could sit in front of a mirror and look at yourself for a little while. You could draw yourself while looking at the mirror. You could take a picture and then hold the picture together with your work. So if I were to sit down with a family member, I would write that I have green eyes. I would write that I have brown hair, that I have freckles, that I often wear my hair up really tall in a big bun because that's something I do frequently. That's an expression of myself. I would write that my nose is flat here but pointy there. I would write that I have middle-sized eyebrows, that I have big ears and they have piercings. I would write that I have pink lips and that I have darker patches under my eyes. Those are all things that are very important to my look. Those are things that make this face my face. So that's an idea. You could sit down with a family member and write down all the things that make your face unlike anybody else's. Another cool thing you could do is find a different type of reflective surface. Like, what if you're looking at your iPad, but the camera's not on and you're just seeing the black screen and it's kind of reflective, but because it's got the case on it, it gives you this weird texture. You could draw your face like that with the cool lines in it. Or you could look at your face in a spoon and you could kind of like a funhouse mirror where it changes the shape of your face. That's pretty cool too. You could also just focus on what you feel like you look like. Maybe I'm just going to sit down and I'm not going to look at my picture at all. I'm not going to look in a video or a mirror. I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to think, this is what I think my eyes look like. This is what I think my nose looks like. And just go off of what I feel. Another thing is to only ask your family what you look like. You could go around to all the different people in your family. You could go to your siblings and say, what is a feature that you see about my face? Or can you describe my nose? And then you go to the next person. Can you describe my eyes? And you could take their different ideas and combine them all together with yours and make the face that your family sees. That'd be a pretty cool self-portrait also. Any idea that you choose is perfect. because it's a self-portrait. It's a work of art that is representing you. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Please send them to me so I can share in this amazing artwork with you. And I hope you have so much fun getting started with this.